first list video. I know a lot of people do list videos, but I don't care. That's not gonna get rid of my YouTube channel prowess. I'm already growing on Instagram. But lists do make it into top 10 sets of videos by different YouTube channels. So I was like, how about I just do a list video? And here I am, a list video. Now, if you play board games with a family, hopefully you're not single. If you play board games with your family, you're probably familiar with the board game Monopoly. You don't? That was a new invention. You probably should have heard of it by now. But anyways, it just has this old man with a weird white mustache and a top hat that has purple string around it, and a bunch of fancy clothes with a cane, a golden cane, and that's what Monopoly is. It's just a board game. But why is it called Monopoly? Well, if you played it before, you know that it's all about the money. It's fake money, but still the money. And monopolies in real life are literally just a bunch of companies or brands that hold a monopoly over others. So basically what a monopoly is, this is going to have the monopoly. That's the monopoly. Going higher, so high that they can't even make it. That's what a monopoly is. Yay, we all love it. But who runs monopolies? Well, usually tycoons. Because monopolies, now that all their businesses can't be competitors, the money is flowing in. And when the money flows in, it gives money all to the boss. And the bosses are usually tycoons. Now, what does tycoon mean? Well, tycoon's basically a reference to typhoon, I think, because they just swish around and gobble all the money. Actually, they destroy all the competitors and then take all the money. That's what they do. So it's good that they're called tycoons instead of typhoons, because then people would be like, have you heard about Donald Trump? Yeah, I've been hearing about Donald Trump. What a big typhoon he is. Oh my god, I've never heard that there's a hurricane coming along. Where is it? I said typhoon. Ha! So yes, we name it Tycoon. But you can just say Monopoly Men, because they hold a monopoly over everybody. And no, Donald Trump is not going to be on my list. Sorry guys who are looking for Donald Trump. Ha! But here are some historical monopolies with tycoons at the head. And you probably know all of them. Okay, number 1. Standard Oil. Standard Oil. The boss, John D Rockefeller. You all know that guy. He's the richest American to ever live. He's probably the 3rd richest human to ever live. Well, Julius Caesar and Mansa Musa is much richer because of the amount of gold in the ancient times. And plus, it was mostly pure, so nobody basically split the point apart and made it and mixed it together with iron and boom, like, it's still gold. Right? No. But still, John D. Rockefeller, he was a very rich guy, and I can assure you that. But the tactics he used to get the money, I'd say that sounds pretty illegal. And it was very illegal, and I can assure you that. What he did was he went up to his competitors and was like, hey, I'll buy you. Not for this amount of money. Well, not this. I'll be getting, like a truckload of money, give it to you, so that you can give me your business. And most of the time, the competitor would be like, yes, give me the money, give me the money. What? You said a truckload. This is just a coin. It's chocolate. Chocolate coin. But sometimes, just sometimes, the competitor would be like, oh no, I'm not doing that. you know what Rockefeller would do? Okay, I'm gonna lower my prices so low that everybody will be buying from me. Nobody will be buying from you. Boop. And boom, immediately just drove their competitors into bankruptcy. Literally, what happened was the former businessman went up to court in rags and was like, I file for bankruptcy. And I'd say those are not good tactics, but still, it made him the money. So who cares if they're hurting other people and taking away other people's property for their own personal interests? And he's the most famous one. But my favorite one has my name, Andrew Carnegie. He was in the steel business. He actually had an oil business until John D Rockefeller was like, I'll buy it. And he accepted it. So now without his business, he knew that John D. Rockefeller would also buy a new business. So he decided to make a steel one. He decided to create something called furnaces. Basically, what would happen is that they take this, they put the melted steel in, they heat it up, then they add oxygen to it, and the oxygen will make all the nasty carbon dioxide go out, and boom, now it's much cheaper making them. Also, fun fact, did you know that Andrew Carnegie single-handedly invented air pollution? Okay, cool. Well, he was a pretty good guy. He tried to get world peace after he retired. He also got a lot of money from making the steel. He also helped some certain Napoleon Hill write a best-selling book and one of the 10 best self-help books in the world, Think and Grow Rich, which I happen to have and read. Ha! I'm a nerd! Yeah, in a negative way or a positive way, whatever. It's pop culture these days. Nerds are good, nerds are bad. But sometimes Carnegie would take it a bit too far. Like, for example, the time that he bought an entire small militia, and when his workers rioted for higher pay, even if he was making more money. Yeah, he sent the militia to shoot all of them, and then the U.S. military got involved. They surrendered, and Carnegie came back and was like, "Hi. What a wonderful time of the year!" And no, it was not a good time of the year. And after that, he just, retired. Everything else was smooth sailing. He got his own palace, a castle. I know, not many people get an Andrew Carnegie castle where he's the king in it. That's very rare. You need a lot of money to do it. And a lot of money flowing in, but good thing he has a lot of money. I mean, if you go see at every single thing that he did after retiring to get rid of all that money, well, all of the stuff were expensive. So obviously he was trying to get rid of all of his money fast enough, but not too fast. Because if he wanted it to be fast, he could have just taken his entire allowance and dumped it on charity. Speaking of charity, he did charities. Then there's J.P. Morgan. You probably know him. Chase Bank. And what about Chase Bank? Well, he kind of invented it. He created the first multi-million-dollar company, which is now Chase Bank. And as you know, it's very rich right now. What he did? Well, Andrew Carnegie was part of it. Andrew Carnegie sold his business to Chase, J.P. Morgan's business. And J.P. Morgan created the first multi-million-dollar business. And that's basically his entire story. He died. Everybody else here died, which is sad. And that's literally it all. These are the 3 most recognizable. Well, the last one was not as recognizable, but the most famous. Well, the last one is not that famous. The best multi-million-dollar businessmen in the history of the United States of America, because none of these actually worked in Britain. Except for J.P. Morgan, he was originally British, but, we don't exactly care. Oh, and yeah, Andrew Carnegie, he comes from some sort of Caribbean island that nobody knows about called Puerto Rico. Yeah, it was called Puerto Rico at that time. We call it Puerto Rico these days. And that concludes my list. And if you want more, be sure to tell me in the comment section below if there is one, because YouTube keeps on closing it for no exact reason. And I'll see you in the next video.